Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to tonight's episode of Talking Point. I'm your host, Syed Niyaz Ahmed. With us in our studios is a very distinguished artist, Zahra, also known as Rana. She has been on the show before, quite some time ago, but I'm sure that we need a recap on our memory and also to know about what she has been doing lately. Zahra, tell us something about your background, because I'm sure that my viewers, like I, have forgotten what you had told us about seven, 8 years ago.
Yeah, about that time. Yes.
Yep, yes. How did you get into this fine art and drawing landscape and flowers and lilies?
Well, it's been a wonderful journey for me. I came quite late into, or got the opportunity very late to start painting. But once I did, I was a mature woman, and I started right from the beginning, O-level, and ended up with master's degree and art psychotherapy. And I've always been
That's very interesting, art psychotherapy.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
Sure, sure. So I love the act of painting. I love the pigments, the colors, and the mediums you can use to manipulate the painting on the canvas. And it's like playing stroke experimenting, and it has consequences. You put another line, and it's very forgiving in the sense that you can rub it out and put some more marks or put some more paints, and it's just a child's play. And so I spend all my time now playing, but not really.
I mean, when you say that you draw the lines, you can repaint the whole thing, you can discard something. Is it like a writer trying to write a story, a novel, and he changes the plot, kills off some of the characters, and introduces some new characters? Is it like that?
Well, you know, it's very interesting. You're comparing it with writing. I think writing is a very intellectual, very cerebral activity, whereas painting is coming from the heart. It comes from the soul. And when I'm painting, I start with just loose mark making. I don't know where these marks are coming from. The canvas is empty, the pen or brush is there, and just make loose mark making. That is completely subconscious, and I'm doing it purposely, not directing. Whereas a writer has a plot to get from A to B, but I don't have a plot. I am just totally relaxed and free. But once that stage is gone and I have a certain amount of paint or marks on the canvas, I then sit back and see, what have I done? What have I, how much paint is there? What colors? Where are they put on the canvas? Is it on the corner? Is it at the edge? Is it in the middle? So then I react to it, again, emotionally, and I feel this needs doing, or I need to make a stroke there to balance this up. So that's kind of intellectually where you are changing loose abstract mark into some kind of order.
But the progress is there. I mean, you are intellectually involved. Why am I putting this mark here, this mark there? It is evolving into something which you may not have planned in the beginning, but you are going towards something.
Absolutely. That's where training, your own sense of balance, your own aesthetic, your own culture, everything comes into play. You might not be happy with a certain green because you don't feel that way. It might be a very lime green, but you want it to be a very dark green for some reason. So you will change it, and you will change it because the canvas needs that green to balance everything. And the second thing is you feel like you're doing, you need to do that to complete the picture. You need to, in the end, the painting has to work on its own with balance, structure, harmony, etc., etc. It can't be just the subconscious mind putting its print. That wouldn't totally make sense.
But you do communicate with the observer, the man or the lady who has come into the gallery and looks at your painting, and she has to understand, what is it? Is it a pineapple? Is it the face of a person? Or is it just a building? Or what? I mean, I know these are very obvious things, you see, but yet sometimes it's so subtle that whether it's hope. Like there was, when I was a kid, I used to go to a painting exhibition to see a still life, you see, couple of apples and some flowers in a pot, you see, a still life, you see. Of course, life was still there, the canvas is not moving, but it depicted life, which is still. Now, your paintings, the combination of colors, whether they are vibrant, whether they are not, you see, what do they represent to an onlooker?
Okay, well, I would
it's your
say,
selection of the colors, see?
Yes, well, this is the beauty of art, where it's like I'm writing my diary with paint.
Right.
Diary is something very personal, and it's up to the artist where they want to spell it out, say it verbally, or keep it a secret. Well, art allows you to do that. So I am painting kind of my diary. How you look at it will not be exactly what I've written.
Yeah, one
You're
day
going to be reading it from your lenses, from
Yes,
your
true.
experiences,
Right.
from your background, your childhood, your age, the difficulties or pleasures you've had.
Yeah.
You look through those lenses,
Right.
and you make your own mind up,
Yeah.
and that is perfect.
Yes.
You don't have to look at it from my view.
Of course, but like a writer, you do know that one day this private diary of yours is going to be public, and it is subject to interpretation.
Yes.
People are going to, a vibrant color, what does it mean to you? I'm sure it probably means the same thing to most artists, but probably a shade of it will mean differently in a different setting to a different person. That is where I want to know, what are the different colors, the play of colors, and do they really mean what you want to predict or show than just an ordinary visitor to an art gallery and say, looks at it, it looks very nice, yes. But apart from looking very nice, what is the message?
Okay, well, the paintings I've got up there, they are of
You said
lilies.
water lilies, yeah.
Yes, and I've done lilies because they are the national flower of Bangladesh. The second reason I love doing lilies, it reminds me of the habitat it grows in, the nature it grows in. It grows in very muddy water, polluted, perhaps even smelling.
Yeah.
And in that ground, you don't expect something as beautiful as that coming up, and with one stick, and it just stands there in drawing attention, with pride, with beauty, and in silence. And that speaks volume to me, that you know, no matter where you're growing up or who you what your childhood was like, you can stand up like a lily in that muddy water.
Right. Let us talk about you, because I went directly into the paintings. See, I wanted to know something more about you, like where you said that you went through the different stages of learning of art rather late in your life, and this grew up and this interest was developed. Now, what else have you been doing apart from painting?
What else have I been doing?
Yeah. Do you write? Do you your paintings, do they reflect your travels?
I don't know if they really do. If perhaps, yes. I mean, my paintings do represent myself, whether I'm doing it purposely or if it's coming out subconsciously. My painting is, various artists paint in different ways. Some artists do an object and it is about the object, whereas I've taken flowers, which it isn't about flowers, it is about me, my emotions and feelings and thoughts. And that is coming from my culture, my travel, my upbringing. So yes, travel and the frustration sometimes you have with travel. And it's not just travel as in holidays. I've been uprooted from my childhood, East Pakistan, then Bangladesh, then settled in England. So there's a huge cultural issue. There's an issue of identity. There's an issue of language, religion, norms. What is a norm in Bangladesh culture is not a norm in the English culture. So I'm living here and I'm facing and trying to harmonize those two cultures and exist. So my painting is all about that. That's why you might feel there's a sense of struggle, or it's not completely a beautiful lily like somebody else would paint a beautiful lily. But it's not like that, because it isn't about lily, it's about my own feelings and thoughts.
Most of the artists, the writers, the poets, they are very sensitive people. See, whatever they see affects their mind. Whatever they go through in their lives, that reflects in their poetry or writings. So it's normal that an artist sees something, goes through say trauma, say the trauma of a country was lost, a new country was created. So, and people have to travel from this place to that place, and we were so lucky that we were here and things happened somewhere else, see. But alhamdulillah, I would say that it does have an effect on, if not directly on us, on our families. And as you said that, so how do you identify yourself? You think that you are a Bangladeshi living overseas, or you are totally changed and you have immersed into this culture, or this culture has immersed you?
Yes, bhai, that's very tricky, because there isn't a hard, fast boundary.
Right.
It's very elusive, it's very liquid. You are moving in and out of the culture, and you don't even realize that you've done it. It's very, there's no boundaries. You don't realize it.
So the paintings do not represent a particular country or culture?
No, no, it represents me, and I'm a mixed up, culturally mixed up, identity mixed up, everything is mixed up. I'm a product of my past. With, if you, language, culture, thoughts, feelings, everything. Right.
And where else have you exhibited your paintings apart from London?
I have exhibited in Bangladesh, in Dubai, and of course in London.
And of course the reviewers have given you rave reviews, perhaps?
Well, my biggest review is when my college, when I was doing my BA, bought a painting for their own collection. They don't usually do that unless they really are convinced. So they approached me and took a painting. So I think it was, we are a lovely way of looking at myself is that although I'm mixed up, it's unique. We as a group are unique. We've got the culture and identity of this as well as that, and we've brought them together. And through my paint, I'm showing it. So that's unusual place to be in. Whereas my friends and everybody, they had a very steady, linear growth and education and everything. So they will produce art like that.
Yeah, but
Bangladeshi similar would produce like that, but I'm going to be producing where it is Kachuri, if you want to call it.
Do you travel to certain places to only get an idea of how things are, how is the landscape, and then you paint things there?
No, because it's my subconscious mind, and then my I don't want to call it struggle, a challenge to bring it together. So I don't have to be anywhere. I do have a certain starting point. It could be a flower. I went to Bangladesh, and from my village home I picked up a kolshi. And kolshi and the way they hold the kolshi, it reminded me of my mother. They hold babies like that too. So
yes.
I've been a mother. I am a mother.
Princess Diana made it very fashionable.
Yes, yes. So you hold the kolshi like that. So I look at that scene where I see love, affection, closeness, bonding. A child and a mother, the child being the kolshi, where she puts in all her love and affection, takes it with her to work.
Yes, water is as precious as the as the baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
In many countries, yes.
Yes. So then I've painted several paintings with kolshi and called it Mum, and because that's how I see it.
Do you do just landscapes or human faces, buildings?
No, I think human faces and buildings. No, I don't. I don't. I respond to things that touch me, and things that touch me.
Things in nature
are from my own background. Yeah.
Have you been in Bangladesh? We have a lot of artists and a lot of painters and some very well-known ones as well. Those who have made mark on the contemporary world. But has anybody influenced you? Do you really like somebody, the kind of your painting that is influenced by that person's paintings or ideas? Or
there are quite a few artists who do amazing things in Bangladesh, who are doing amazing things and have matured their art. But because I am coming from a different space, a different place, I do not relate to them like that. My work is an expressionist, and it's an abstract expressionist kind of work, whereas artists are looking at something more realistic. But no, there are lots of artists who are working with very subconscious feelings and minds. But no, I haven't. It also might be because there might not be so many books written, research work done on them, or they haven't been freely available to me.
You mean the Bangladeshi artists?
Yes.
There's one Bangladeshi artist whose name is very well known throughout the world, and of course he died a long time ago. But his paintings of the what we call Durbikko, the famine, the 40s, see.
Yes.
They are very, very vibrant, and they express the sorrow and the grief. And the problems of the world, our world.
Yes.
This was man-made though, but
the famine.
But people suffered a lot, to see.
Yeah.
So, has he influenced you in any way?
He hasn't influenced me, but I do see Tracy Amin, who is a British, very, very famous artist. Her work, and what was the name of this artist who's worked for the famine? What was the name? I see a very strong resemblance in their drawing. I remember he's done a drawing of a crow and an empty bowl, and the crow's there, a very hungry, starving man is in front of the bowl, and the crow is there, and it speaks volume. And there Tracy Amin has done a drawing where in a very thin straw there is a bird, and it's just about standing on the...
Waiting for the child to die or something?
No, this is Tracy Amin, a British painter. So I can see the resemblance on both of these two artists. So they're amazing drawings. You can't forget them, and they speak volume. Just one sight of them is,
Yes, see, they say that a picture speaks 1,000 words.
Absolutely.
So.
Yes.
So, what are you going to do next? See, after this painting exhibition that's coming up in London?
What will I do afterwards? I will carry on painting. That's what I do. That's my profession, my hobby, passion.
Okay, then it's time to take a break, and then when we come back, we'll continue with that.
Lovely.
And probably we'll be joined by a new guest.
Lovely.
Thank you. After the break, we were talking to our guest today, Zahra. She's an artist, and we were talking about the pains and pleasures of being an artist and how she develops her themes and what colors she uses and all that. But now we have been joined by a new guest, Mrs. Murshid. She is the director, or probably the soul behind Aenta Art Gallery for Fine Arts in Dhaka. She is here recently in connection with organizing an exhibition of very distinguished artists from Bangladesh. The theme is Colors of Bangladesh, shall we say United Colors of Bangladesh. And we welcome her to our studios.
Thanks for inviting us.
Not at all.
Thank you so much.
How was your flight?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Yes,
See.
it was quite
Originally you were supposed to arrive on Friday, and you did on Friday evening, isn't it?
Friday evening, right?
Evening, see. And some of your artists could not come with you, or probably...
So they will be coming tonight, reaching tonight. Yes.
Some or all of them?
Some of them.
Some of them, hopefully.
And another one, probably he will be coming after, around 20th, the day we are going to start.
So he'll be in time for the exhibition. He will be arriving in time for the exhibition, hopefully. With his wares, with his paintings, inshallah. Mrs. Murshid, you are the soul behind Aenta Arts Gallery. The Aenta Arts Gallery was probably known by another name previously.
Yes.
And there is a sad story behind the change of name.
Yes, it was like Athena Gallery of Fine Arts. Then we decided 2017, 18, early 18, we decided to dedicate this gallery on Aenta's name, my granddaughter.
Yes. To remember the young person and her sacrifice. And she was a very keen person has a keen eye on arts and
yes, that was also
aesthetics.
One of her passion. Yes.
Great.
She was very young though, but she was very fond of paintings.
Well, in good old days, people used to travel, and when they wanted to travel, they just ride on the camel or horses and move on, you see. But these days, you need visas. You have to have health checks, you see. Have to have currency, the luggage, the right size of luggage, and the right weight of luggage, you see. And that causes a few problems, and probably some of the problems are being faced by some of your participants. But anyway, we hope that they will overcome, and they will be here in time. Now today we live in a different world. As I said that, see, my father wanted to travel and he would travel. See, my youngest brother now wants to travel, he travels. See, but he has to travel with the passport, the visas, and all that. So many different countries, so many friendly countries, and yet we need visas. The other day I was thinking of asking somebody to go to America, do something, and he said that, but I don't have a visa. And this visa thing is killing some of the activities of very, very energetic and promising persons. See, now this idea behind organizing an art exhibition in London with some of the very enthusiastic and promising artists of Bangladesh. Why did you select London? I know you have done it in Washington, and I have read somewhere that you have done it in Singapore, but why did it take such a long time to come to London?
Yes, it really took a long time to come to London. And when we did it in Washington, that was a great success. And then later we did it in Singapore. It's the same.
That was another success.
Yes, the response was very good. So, and about London, I have been thinking of doing it in London for quite some time. Then now I think the opportunity came. Then we thought for Bangladeshi people who lives in London, showing our art, especially the fine art.
Right.
I thought it is a good opportunity.
Yes.
And not only Bangladeshi British, I think British, they also should know about our culture, our fine arts, and one thing.
So I agree with you. See, I sing and you listen, and you sing and I listen. Let's put an end to that. We should. That is why some of the programs that we do it in English, so that we can cut across the barriers of language and we reach other people too. That's a very good idea.
Yes, I thought through fine arts, we want to show the people that in Bangladesh there are many good artists. They are internationally also known, but I want
they are
they are internationally known who are coming now, and some of them are quite elderly person.
Yes,
and
yes. But it's time
in the country, they are very well known, and we all have respect for them.
True.
And we are proud of them also.
Yes, there's a very famous gentleman who lives in France, I think.
Sorry?
There's a very famous artist, Bangladeshi artist, he lives in France.
They're the legend in our country now.
And then there was another gentleman who used to live in Spain somewhere.
Yes, Munir Islam, he is well known in Spain also.
Yes, that's what
very well known.
That is the pleasure of living abroad.
He'll be reaching tonight. Unfortunately, they could not attend this. Otherwise, it would have been good.
It would have been a pleasure and an honor.
It is amazing how you've got together these very wonderful, alive artists who it's a great opportunity for people to know them.
Yes. True. And as I say, as you say that, that there are many formalities to travel. So sometime the visa doesn't come on time. This is one difficulty.
Yes.
But anyway, the artists are coming. They are all well-traveled person.
Yes.
So
they are aware of the pitfalls of travels. That is part of present day life, isn't it?
Struggle, present struggle, A
struggle is there. You can't live without a struggle. See, like yesterday I was going somewhere and I was accompanied by a young person. He said that this is wretched weather. I said, what happened? He said, 5 p.m. and it's pitch dark.
Yeah.
And I said, wait for another month. At Christmas time, it will be even darker.
Shorter day.
But that's life, isn't it? See, as they say,
We have
if
to
winter
live with
comes,
it.
can a spring be
Yes,
far behind?
we have to, and we have to continue.
And this is the testimony. Nilo is here,
Yes.
apart from all those difficulties. Gosh.
What is the cultural scene? How is the cultural scene in Bangladesh today? I mean, you have experienced the art and crafts and paintings and artists. Is it flourishing? Or is it under some sort of pressure? And is it also gainful for the artist? Because sometimes in our kind of culture, painters are very good, you see, but then they don't get paid. Writers are good, poets are good, singers are good, but they don't get paid.
You know, the artists who are painting, if there is any disturbance anywhere, all of us, we are shocked for a while. Then we have to move on. Life moves on. So everybody is working
all writers,
in their own field. Yes.
All artists are very sensitive people.
They're very sensitive. That's why I said that is a shock first. Then, everybody started, and during this period, if we carefully notice, then the paintings are different.
Of course, because they're influenced by the environment.
So, they don't talk. They put it.
Of course, if I can't talk, my pen will
canvas.
talk.
Yes.
If I can't talk, my brush will talk.
Yeah.
That's
My
what
eyes
happens.
will talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a joke about freedom of speech, you see, but then again, there is no freedom before a speech or after a speech, you see. It's attributed to one of the African leaders, you see, that I can guarantee you freedom of speech, but I can't guarantee you freedom after a speech. So they are very strict about that.
And the artists are coming here, and if one or two cannot come, I'm carrying their paintings. So all are different. Everybody has their own subject, and the difference whenever you can see in the paintings.
Yes.
Everybody has different style.
Of course, everybody has different styles, see, yes. and everybody who visits a gallery, an art exhibition, looks at a painting very differently. See.
Yes.
Like the joke, I think I went to your house for the first time, you see, and I asked you that, is it a pineapple or the face of a woman? And you said, you want to insult me, but that is not a pineapple. So people react differently to different colors. See. I mean, to me, green is this is a sign of peace. See, but to maybe another person, it could be a sign of something else. See, to blue is something like love, and red is something like love. See, but it differs from time to time. Also, see, that can be blood.
Yeah.
Painful. Right, your artists, who are they?
They are Munirul Islam, as we are talking about.
Yes.
Rafiq Nabi, Muhammad Yunus.
Not that Yunus.
No, not that Yunus. Muhammad Yunus, then Jamal Ahmed.
I saw ladies.
Chakma.
Yes. It happens so that I interviewed her husband when he was here with regard to filming and all that. It's very sad to see. And when I was in Dhaka, I did go to Kanak Chapa's house in Dhanmandi, and she was very keen to show me the paintings and all that. See, maybe I was accompanied by the common friend Runi Khan took me to her house. But it's very sad.
It's really sad. I mean, all on a sudden.
Yes. How is it that a tree falls on somebody and
Then Anisuzzaman will be joining.
Yeah.
And Johra from.
Yes, she has already joined.
Thank you.
And as you said that you want to introduce the Bangladeshi artist to not only to the Bangladeshi who's living overseas, but also the British,
Yes.
your expression. Is it going to be fruitful for the artists?
I think so.
Yes, in the long
They will
run.
have a different kind of exposure, different kinds of
In the
feeling.
long run.
Yes, and they can meet
Yes.
artists from Britain also.
Right. That's very good to see, because there has to be an interaction
Yeah,
between
then
the artists.
we will have an art talk. So there will be, they can exchange their views.
So how many artists do you have under your wings in Bangladesh? Or do they come and go?
Like I have been in this field for quite some time. So I want all of them to come, and they should feel free. They should not hesitate. They can come to Aenta Gallery anytime. It is not only for the senior artist, it is for the junior, even the student. We try to accommodate everybody. And from the beginning, we thought that there should be a platform for the newcomers. We try to provide that also. And time to time, we have art camp. And I always try to combine senior and junior artists so that they can learn from the seniors.
Right. That's very good that you are looking after the younger ones, because they are the ones who will be coming
They
up.
really need help. They need a platform. But I'm very happy when I look at the artists who started from us. Now they are quite famous and well known. Yes. That is a satisfaction for me.
That is a great satisfaction. That's a great job that you are doing and your gallery is doing. But how many exhibitions do you hold every year?
It depends. It depends on the situation. Situation means like, sometimes we try to have 4 and 2-3 junior artists. And as I said that we have art camp. So we try to combine everything, so that they can learn from.
Can you describe what is an art camp?
Sorry?
What is an art camp?
Art camp. The artist comes to our gallery. Sometimes we do it outside the gallery also. And they do for the whole day. They are painting, they are talking, singing, eating. And they have their conversation. One watches other work. So it's a different kind of atmosphere, and I enjoy it very much.
They learn from each other.
Yes, and especially sometimes their teachers are also there. So they can share, and they definitely learn from their teachers also.
Do you run courses for younger artists, or like these younger children?
We do.
You do.
We do it for the school also. In Bangladesh, from different school, different district, there is art competition. So they participate.
You're based in Dhaka, isn't it?
We are based in Dhaka.
But you don't have branches in other cities?
Our people goes to visit the school, and they.
And what do they do there when they go to schools?
Sorry?
What for? Your people go to schools in other cities?
Because we do the art camp again. It's a kind of competition. Then we select.
Right. And after selection, what happens?
After selection, we have an exhibition. Then the
prize is
senior
given.
artist comes. They decide who should get
the prizes. And
yes.
do you also your gallery sell paintings?
Yes, we do. We do means we do it for the artist.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
See,
And we have Like this year we are doing organized competition with the artist, you know. So we could not finish going to all the art colleges or universities. So probably next year we will have that competition. We will see.
These 7 artists that you selected, was there a particular reason for them, or they are the best ones, or they are the ones available for the travel? Why did you select these 7 artists?
A difficult one.
Because they were the ones ready to come.
They were the best.
They were the best.
Like we are going.
Well, if you say they were the best, then others will be objecting.
I withdraw.
Because you know, as I said, that is a competition. Sometimes we make an open call, so they participate, and the artists they decide
who wants to come and work.
Yes.
Well, but they are all very good. But some 8-10 years ago, I went to Oxford, and there was an exhibition there, and the name was Jahangir Hussain. He had his painting exhibition there, and it were all sold.
Wow, wonderful.
Whose painting was there?
Jahangir Hussain, I think that was his name. I also wrote an article about him for a Saudi newspaper, but I think it was Jahangir Hussain. And he's probably here. He's probably not gone back. But he got such a good reception that.
Yeah.
Artists
represent their culture, don't they?
Talent is
which
there.
Which is unique here.
Talent is there, I'm sure. What else do you do at Aenta Gallery? I mean, apart from looking after our artists and giving them a venue to publicize their work and making them popular through gallery art exhibitions and organizing camps. What else do you do? Do you provide teachings in art?
You are talking about
the gallery.
The gallery.
Yep. You do teachings in art. Suppose I wanted to learn art, and
no, we don't teach in the gallery.
No.
The workshop I meant, you know, that is kind of also teaching, because they are learning from each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes they improve also. And
no
you can
structured
see,
courses like that.
Yes, you can even, like sometimes we have the workshop for 2 days or 3 days. You can, if you notice, then you can really see the difference also.
Workshop is very popular in England as well.
They can exchange their views, they can exchange their technique also.
Yeah, they share, they learn, they pick up little things that would help them to the next stage, and everybody benefits.
We have come to the end of this program, and I thank you